Okay, so my name's Tim. I have my master's in public health. I'm a certified corporate wellness specialist. I've been doing this for a number of years, and we're going to talk, that's my introduction. We're going to talk about food as fuel. So a lot of times we think about food in different ways, okay? And I challenge you to think about food in a different way today. We're going to have a little bit of a plan for success and then test your knowledge. In and out, 20, 30 minutes, right? Short and sweet? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay. So nutrition, basic definition. The process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth, okay? We're going to fuel our body. If, when we eat certain things, we get energy, it affects our mood, it affects our health, and it affects our growth. But really, what I want to know is, what does nutrition or food mean to each and every one of you in this room? Please share with me. It can mean so many things to so many different people. What does it mean to you individually? When you choose food or you choose a meal, how are you making those choices? How does it make you feel? Why do you choose one thing over the other? Share with me.
Based on your health, I guess. I mean,
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle? What about how the way something tastes? Does that mean reading? Okay.
The way it makes you feel.
It makes you feel.
Yeah.
Convenience?
Comfort.
Comfort?
Yeah.
Why comfort? Expand on that.
Well, when you're like stressed or something like that, what comforts you is like comfort food, like junk food or
right.
Food.
Which one is yours? Tell me one of yours. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Confession.
I'll go first.
Mine is
okay, you
junk
go
food. Junk food like chips,
yep.
soda,
yep.
candy.
Yep. For me, it's Swedish fish. For some reason, Swedish fish comfort me. If I'm stressed out, they make me feel better. I look at Swedish fish and I feel less stressed. They're fish, right? I mean, they're fish, right? I love gummies, kind of thing. I don't know why it is, but it's interesting that the term comfort food, that we use food to make ourselves feel better, and some of that food could be good for us, not good for us, or good in only limited quantities. I mean, if I'm stressed out every day, Lord knows I should not be eating Swedish fish every single day of my life, kind of thing like that, So are there healthy foods that satisfy those cravings that can be comfort foods? Or is it just, we love Cheetos because it's an orange, beautiful package, and I love that little Cheeto, the cheetah guy on the front of it. He makes me feel good, kind of thing. So it's things to think about. A lot of the ways that we choose food is based on taste, okay? But taste only lasts a few seconds on our lips. Yeah. And think how, if anyone's gone on a treadmill, today I was on a treadmill for an hour, I burned 400 calories, okay? I can eat 400 calories in less than 5 minutes like that. I mean, in one sitting, if we ate a pizza, we could consume 2,000 or 3,000 calories worth of food in a very short amount of time. But think how long it takes for you to get off of that food, right?
Forever.
Our bodies are not meant to consume that many calories that many times, but we don't feel that we're consuming, when you eat a pizza, you don't feel you're consuming 2,000 or 3,000 calories.
No.
You don't. It doesn't register, right? Okay? And so that's going to be one of the concepts we're going to talk about today. Okay. Change begins with a new mindset, and this is what I was talking a little bit about earlier. What we talk about today only matters if you try one or two things different. So if taste is the main way that you choose food, is there another way to not have taste be the main way that you choose food? Okay. For me, and for a lot of people, you choose taste based on whether something's sweet or salty. Okay. So I went off of sugar for 90 days. The first 2 weeks is the hardest 2 weeks. It takes 30 days to make a new habit or get rid of an old habit. But those days are not created equal. So the last 2 weeks are going to be a lot easier, and the last 30 or 40 or 60 days are going to be a lot easier than the first two. Most people break their habit or their discipline or their intention within the first 2 weeks because it's something new and it's something uncomfortable and it's something they're not used to. Okay, you brush your teeth every day automatically without thinking about it. If we ate certain foods or if we had good nutrition every day, like we brush our teeth, everybody would be great. It's automatic. You're not thinking about it. But it takes the first 2 weeks to get off the sugar, okay? And now I don't feel the cravings or the urges to eat sugar. So if you put a box of donuts in front of me, okay, every day, I wouldn't have to eat those donuts. But a lot of times if we have a meeting and people put a box of donuts, it's easy, it's free, it's convenient, it's right there, and so we want to take one because it's a comfort food that makes us feel better. okay? But if you don't have if you don't feel the craving for sugar, you don't feel the need to just eat a donut automatically like you're brushing your teeth. And think if you ate a donut every day, what that does to your lifespan or the quality of your life or your energy levels or your weight or things like that, okay? So we have to apply the concept of good habits to our nutrition to give us the best energy we can get. And when you have good, natural, pure energy, I'm telling you, you feel great. And a lot of us are looking for that comfort food, or they're looking for processed energy in the form of sugar to give us fake energy versus the natural joy and energy you get from having good nutrition, okay? And that's the mindset I'm trying to help you with here today. How can we think about foods differently? What are the barriers you face? Think about a lot of people who maybe they don't have a lot of money. You go to Carl's Jr., you get the $5 menu, you get 2 hamburgers, a dessert, a soda, and fries for under $5. Maybe that's all the money you have, you know, kind of thing. But at Trader Joe's and some other places, you can get some fresh fruit and vegetables and some other things for a low-cost price as well, okay? Where can you make one small change? That's the most important part. We don't have to do 10 things a day. We just have to think about one small thing, okay? Okay, so the main concept today, we've talked about habits. Now we're going to talk about food as fuel. I'm going to do a little bit of a quiz here. Don't tell me the answer now, because we're going to do the questions now, and we'll do the answers at the end. Sound good? Okay. Food for thought. Adding spices to your food will help you to feel full faster. Fact or fiction? All foods that contain fruit are healthy. Dried fruit is just as healthy as fresh fruit. You have to eat 100% organic for any benefit. Eating foods high in antioxidants like blueberries and raspberries and things like that can help reduce your risk of cancer. You have to cut carbs to lose weight, and all fats are bad for you. Okay, one other little quiz here. This or that. Which has more protein, 3 ounces of chicken or 1.5 cups of chickpeas? Which has more calcium, you know, for good bone growth, 1 glass of milk or 1 cup of collard greens? And then which is better for you, diet soda or regular soda? So just kind of some food for thought questions, you know. Maybe some will surprise you, or maybe you guys know all of them already, which is good. Okay, so this slide I love this slide because it talks about how food affects you both inside and out. Okay, if we go into a mirror, we can see what we look like. We get up, we brush our hair, we put some soap on our face to clean our skin. But a lot of times, I can't go in the mirror and say, hey, that's a nice looking skeleton, Tim, or your lungs are looking really healthy, you know. Imagine if we had a dating app for people, hey, that's a nice looking heart you got. We have good hearts. We have compatible, healthy hearts. Your blood pressure is the same as my blood. Let's go date because we have similar blood pressure. You know? You can't see what's going on the inside, but food affects you on the inside, okay? If I eat enough Swedish fish, you know, it's not going to look the same as if you eat a lot of apples on the inside, okay? So food and nutrition affect your cells, which affect your tissues, which affect your organs, which affect your bones and your skeleton, okay? And then on the outside, the food we eat can affect our skin, our nails, our hair. Have you ever felt a certain way? Like, can you see if you eat greasy food or if you eat certain things, you can see your hair might be brittle or you kind of, your face is dried out if you drink enough coffee, you know? Not too much coffee. Too much coffee. Small things, moderation and everything, right? Okay. So I'd love to get some examples here, some personal testimonials. Food affects us in different ways. It affects our energy, our mood, our stress, our productivity, our focus, and our safety. Can some of you share maybe a couple examples of where you think food has affected you in these areas?
I can say energy, because I'm thinking about if I eat like a whole pizza, I ain't going nowhere. I just want to sit. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to do anything. It just makes you lazy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And give me an opposite example. Can anyone give me an opposite example where you haven't, you've eaten an apple and then you feel kind of a natural, have you ever gotten a rush off of an apple? I hate to say this, but I've got buzzed off of broccoli before. I hadn't eaten for about an hour and I had some broccoli and boom, my energy level shot up. And you kind of tap into the raw energy of the food. Each food group has its own nutrition, its vitamins and minerals and energy. And when you eat those foods, you tap into the natural energy of food. Okay. When you eat a Swedish fish, there's no Swedish fish in Sweden. Maybe I might see an actual Swedish fish, But over here, the only Swedish fish I eat are the little red ones. There's no real energy in those. It's a fake energy. It lasts a very brief time, kind of a short little Red Bull, kind of shot spurt, and then it takes a long time to get rid of those Swedish fish. Okay. What about safety? Especially here, construction. Talk to me about safety. How can food or lack of nutrition affect safety?
Well, it's like you're out in the sun and stuff, and you haven't ate, like you can faint or.
Yep. Yeah. And what if you're on top of a building or something like that, and you're kind of woozy and you're not, what's going on? I mean, that's a great example.
Yeah.
That's a really good. Driving a truck or a forklift, or being on an assembly line. The food you eat affects your energy level, and if you have low energy, you're probably more irritable, probably not good for your coworkers. It's probably harder to focus. You're probably reacting. You're more tired. All of those different things. Okay, and that can affect your focus and your productivity and everything as well. Okay, this is kind of like my dietitian, nutrition 101, kind of the extent. I don't want to get too into this here, but kind of just some general good advice. Stick with natural whole carbs, brown rice, quinoa. We want to stay away from like white rice and white bread and things like that, which is more processed. I love this picture. Keep protein lean. One of the ways I lost 60 pounds, tuna. Like, not from the can. I can't do the canned tuna, but you can go to Safeway for $9.99 a pound and get cubed tuna and sear it on each side, and I got to tell you, I love it. Zero fat. Okay, I'm not saying don't have chicken or ground turkey or beef every once in a while, but if you can develop a taste, everyone has to find their own thing. For me, it's green juice and tuna, and I can live off of that. I'm telling you, the tuna is really tasty. Okay, but I eat the tuna separately. I don't eat it with the green juice. So here's kind of like that. Okay. But for me, it works, and you have to find the best nutritional thing that works for each and every one of you. Okay, and what tastes good to you, okay? Make healthy fats your friend. Avocados, a slice of avocado, not the whole avocado. Half an avocado, okay? Or you can use it, I like food as natural bowls. So you can take out the seed and you can put a little tomato or salsa in there. It's kind of cool. Or you can do that with cantaloupe or watermelon. I like how you can use fruits as bowls kind of thing. Eat a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. Usually I bring a package of multicolored peppers. Okay, why are multicolors good for you when it comes to fruits and vegetables? I said it already, but maybe you guys remember I talked about it a little bit earlier. Yep. Each color has different vitamins and minerals. So if you eat multicolors, you're getting a much bigger spectrum of vitamins and minerals. So if one has, vitamin B and one has vitamin C, now you get vitamin B and C. Okay, and that's why I love peppers. You can get the ones that have it's 3 big peppers with a green pepper, a red pepper, and a yellow pepper, or you can get a package of small peppers, which are good to snack on. Okay, red, green, yellow, and orange, and they're sweet, natural, good sugar for you. When you eat stuff like that from apples or peppers, you're getting natural sugar that curbs that craving for sugar. Okay, balance your meals. As I said, as we kind of talked about before, you eat a whole pizza, you're getting all your calories at one sitting, as opposed to little meals throughout the day. And that's going to be kind of the main theme we're going to talk about. Avoid or limit sugar and caffeine. And I also want to talk about water. Water is great. I didn't know this, but water curbs your hunger. Okay? It doesn't just flush out your skeleton and get all that gunk out and kind of increase your metabolism.
I know.
But water curbs your hunger. A lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're really thirsty, but you don't know that. Okay, if you can drink some water early in the morning, lukewarm water, not cold water, just lukewarm water. I drink 2 of these a day, a gallon of water. Okay, now I go to the restroom a few more times, but you lose 60 pounds and your energy shoots up, and your wife thinks you look better and you're in clothes that you haven't fit into for a year or two. It's worth it. Okay. A couple other things I like to do, if you have candy at your desk, it's okay to have candy at your desk. Put it behind you and put it down low so it's harder for you to get it or for other people to get it. The more convenient it is, the easier it is for people to either eat Swedish fish or not Swedish fish. So I have these almonds here. I have pumpkin seeds. Have you heard of superfoods before? Superfoods have multiple positive effects on nutrition because they have multiple vitamins and minerals in them. like salmon, broccoli, tomatoes, almonds, pumpkin. Pumpkin is really good. So I like to have these, which are easy. I can bring them with me. It's easy to carry. Or I love light string cheese, easy to bring with you. Apple, crunchy hard food versus peaches, which are soft food, which are going to go bad a lot sooner. Apples and oranges stay fresh a little bit longer. Okay, so those are just a couple. But if I could impart, if you could drink water and make water fun, put some cucumber or mint or strawberry in it. I mean, natural flavored water is so good for you. Okay, you have it right there. You're drinking it right now.
And
okay.
I wish I had some cucumber and mint.
Yeah.
Strawberries.
And this is great. Maybe one of you once a week or once a month wants to be the person, and we can pay for, some fresh fruits and vegetables. You cut them up here, and you have a big water jug, and all the employees can just go and just get their water bottle and have that fresh mint and strawberry. Things like that matter. Something small that's easy. It's not complicated, kind of thing. Okay. This is the main slide, and we've kind of talked about it today. Keep the fire burning. It's kind of common sense, but it's also a good reminder. And if we look at our fuel and our nutrition like a big log fire, okay, if we go camping, if we want to keep the fire or our metabolism inside of us burning throughout the whole day, we're up 16 hours a day. We sleep 7 or 8 hours, okay? If you're up 16 hours a day, if you want good, natural, high energy throughout the day, you have multiple small meals. You throw multiple small logs in the fire. If you throw a pizza on the fire, okay, or one big log, it burns up in a very short amount of time. You throw it on, huge flame, and then you burn out. And then you're dead tired for the rest of the day, okay? So maybe this scenario happens. Maybe a lot of us don't eat breakfast. We kind of push through, we get some coffee, we make it till 11 or 12 o'clock, and then we have a huge meal because we're so hungry. Okay, and then now we kind of have the lull around 2 or 3. We go get a candy bar to kind of pick us up, or have a coffee or a Red Bull, and that gets us through about 7 o'clock at night. And then we have another medium or big meal. So we've had 2 meals. We missed breakfast, and we've kind of gone this roller coaster of whether we're focused, tired, productive, high energy, low energy, versus a sustained energy throughout the day that gets us up to when we want to go to bed. Okay, we're trying to sustain it for 16 hours versus the roller coaster effect up and down. And that's the main thing. That's the main shift we're trying to get. Now, it's easier said than done. When we're busy, it's hard, or we're stressed out, it's hard to do that. So I'm on the road a lot. I brought these with me. So before I go on the road, I'll have a few nuts and apples, some water, string cheese. I don't have to go to McDonald's because it's convenient. See, fast food knows the same healthy habits. They also can make them unhealthy habits. Fast food, convenient, cheap, easy, low time intensive, meaningful in the fact of their packaging or the excitement around the food. You feel good when you go to McDonald's, right? Okay, so they apply the same concepts to getting you to buy food, to the same concepts you can take charge of your own life and apply to good nutrition. Okay, so it works both ways. Okay, and you're going to have this recording. Success, it doesn't mean anything, okay? So, we have to have a smart nutrition plan. A smart nutrition plan means less impulsive buying. When we have less impulsive buying, it's less stress, we save more money. So this really comes down to being proactive versus reactive. But when we have so many responsibilities in our life, all we do sometimes is feel reactive. I mean, if we're taking our kids to school and we're going to work and we're doing this, we don't have time, or we make a priority to be proactive with making a meal, we go get fast food. We're hungry. You got to eat, right? So it's taking a mindful minute, taking a step back and saying and trusting that if you prepare healthy meals for you, that's going to affect many areas of your life. And that's why I love health and wellness so much, because when I talk about nutrition, it's not just one win with nutrition. You're helping your family, you're helping yourself, you're helping your sleep, you're helping your finances. All of these things kind of reinforce one another, okay? So we talked a little bit about meal planning. I make a big pot of ground turkey. I put some spinach in there, some cherry tomatoes, a little bit of healthy pesto quinoa, and that can last me 2 or 3 days, okay? So we want our meal prep, you know, maybe on a Saturday or Sunday to last us through Wednesday, and then maybe another Wednesday to last us Thursday and Friday, kind of thing. Then we're back to the weekend again. Right-sized snacks, I already kind of shared a few with those. Find out what's your favorite nut. Do you like, you know, pumpkin seeds, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, cashews? You know, find out what you like. I love the string cheese. I think it just reminds me of being a kid, and you got to kind of play with string cheese a little bit. It's kind of fun, you know. String cheese has protein in it. The light string cheese has lower fat, you know, kind of thing. And let's see. Having, you know, some healthy fruit on hand is always good as well. I love the little orange. I don't know if they're called cuties.
Oh, yeah.
Cuties are good because they're small, and so you're not eating. You know, a lot of times I've seen apples that are 3 times this size. Okay, you don't need an apple 3 times this size. You know, a couple cuties will last you for an hour or two, and you have good natural sugar from that fruit. Okay, plan on eating healthy at work. You know, bring your lunch, or, you know, those are some good things. Or maybe if we ever provide a meal or a lunch here, we'll make sure it's a healthy option. Does anyone take business lunches here with clients? Regardless if you're doing a business lunch, if you're going out, you should know that most restaurants give you 2 or 3 times the amount of food that you should eat. Okay. Whenever I go out, I went out with my brother and my dad this last weekend in Nebraska. Went to a steakhouse, had a healthy salad, a little bit of steak. Right when I order, I said, "Can you put half of it in a to-go container?" So already half of it's gone. I'm not going to overeat because half of it's already gone. At most, I'll eat is half the meal, which is already setting myself up for success. Okay, it's a small thing. It's a small thing that goes a long way. Or you can ask for food. I don't eat a lot of butter, so I say, can you saute the vegetables in a healthy olive oil, or steam them versus butter, you know, kind of thing like that. Or can you hold the salt on it? So little things. But it takes a couple weeks because we're so ingrained that taste is the most important thing that it supersedes some of our healthy choices sometimes. Okay? Surround yourself with a community support. That's us right here. All of us help each other. Okay? You know, when you're what was your name again?
Jerry.
Jerry. When you're drinking water, hey, can I get you some water? What's your name?
Araceli.
Araceli. Can I get Araceli some water? Would you like to come to the mint and strawberry water jug and get some water with me? You guys are a team. You guys help each other, support each other. I mean, naturally, women are good at that with each other. Men are not that great with that. I mean, is it okay to say that? Did I say something bad there?
No,
Okay.
you're telling the truth.
Okay. So your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors. If you own pets, pets are good because they help get you out walking, you know, kind of thing. Or you build a support network. You know, there's so many different community resources out there that can help you. Meetup groups, nutritional meetup groups. I'm sure there's some in Modesto. Okay. We already talked about business lunch tips and tricks. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. You have a number of resources through Kaiser Permanente, through mysenior.com, a number of healthy apps. We have wellness challenges on apps that all of your employees, all your friends and family can participate in. There's called a Rainbow Eat a Colorful Fruit and Vegetable Challenge to see who can eat the most variety of colors in 1 week, and you can invite your friends and families and other coworkers. So it's not just for Cigna employees. And I'm sure Kaiser has some of the similar things as well. And if you're not on Kaiser or Cigna and you're on your spouses or partners or husbands insurance, and I'm sure they have something similar as well. Okay. We also have a lot of online coaching programs too, which are kind of cool. But when you're celebrating, when you're doing well with your nutrition, you don't want to celebrate by eating Swedish fish. Okay, it's counterproductive. A lot of times we fool ourselves, okay, because we'll eat great for 5 days, and on the weekend we go have 5 pizzas, and basically all you've done is got back to zero. You haven't progressed at all. Okay, but we feel like we did something good, therefore it's a balance. We want to balance forward, not backward. It's the same way with exercising, okay? If you don't exercise for 5 days in a row and then you go exercise for 2 days, you haven't done anything. I mean, you feel in your mind that you've done something, but you really haven't, you know, it's got to be a little bit consistently throughout. That's where you get the positive benefit, Okay? Now, I don't know why they rewarded this woman with shoes. Is that a big thing? Is
Yeah.
shoes a big
Yeah.
thing? Okay. So you should make some stylish shoes that you could also walk in. Like they look stylish, but you could also walk in them, kind of thing like that. Maybe you want to go get a massage or go to a movie or find something, a little reward that's something that's meaningful to you. A lot of times when we show this video at the Preventive Care Healthy Habits, a lot of times when you want to go get a cookie or something, it's because you want to go get a cookie and talk to a coworker. It's not because you really want the cookie. It's because you're bored at work and you want to go gossip or socialize. So be honest with yourself. Araceli, you want to go gossip with Carol, okay? Or you want to socialize, you know?
I have some shoes lined up.
Shoes, shoes and snacks. You go to Carol for shoes and snacks. Find someone who is a healthy snack person that you can always go to, kind of thing. But if you want to socialize, I'm bored, I want to socialize, but I don't have to eat a cookie every time I want to socialize.
Yeah.
Smokers have that same issue. A lot of smokers say it's the connecting and socializing that's a big part of smoking, in addition to being addicted to nicotine. Okay. And then we're going to test our knowledge and we'll finish up here. Okay? Fact or fiction? Adding spices to your foods will help you to feel full faster.
Facts.
Fact. Yeah, I think it's called Caspian or something in Tabasco or something like that. It speeds up your even like cinnamon too, I think, does that to you. It makes you feel full faster. So, all foods that contain fruit are healthy.
Fiction.
Yeah. Okay. Dried fruit is just as healthy as fresh fruit. Fiction. Yeah. Dried fruit can have I think it's concentrated sugar the way they process it, kind of thing. I love dried mango, but you go to Trader Joe's, there's a lot of different dried mangoes out there. Some are much more sugary or processed than just the regular whole mango that's dehydrated. Dried fruit and dehydrated fruit can be very different. You got to know that.
I always want to buy the dried fruit, but I look at the labels all the time and I look at the sugar and it's
A lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I love dried apricot.
Yeah. Same with dried apricots. Yeah. You have to eat 100% organic for any benefit. Fiction. Eating foods high in antioxidants can reduce your risk of cancer. Blueberries. Yeah, berries, really good for you.
And blueberries are good for your elasticity on your skin.
Yep. Blueberries are really good for you.
I love blueberries.
One-
I love blackberries.
We used to know that when we were pregnant.
I went to a costume contest and I was the blueberries from the Fruit of the Loom. And my date was a strawberry, and my buddy was a banana, so we all came in as different fruits and vegetables. So for Halloween, we had one group. I have a company, very unhealthy, but they love their Halloween costume contest. So what we were able to do is they do competitions, see who has the best costume. We created a new division where fruits and vegetables are now part of the costume contest, kind of thing. We try to make it fun, as much as we can. You have to cut carbs to lose weight. Fiction. You can't cut there are healthy carbs. Okay, brown rice, quinoa, things like that. You need energy. Okay, but yeah, you don't have to cut them. Cut completely out of your.
Moderation.
In moderation. Yeah. But I think sometimes we're so ingrained that we feel we need to eat carbs breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a hard thing. My mom, my wife is Latina, so I know about tortillas. Okay? But there's low carb tortillas, and I've seen. You go to the store, there's 20 different varieties, versions of tortillas. Yeah, corn and low carb. All fats are bad for you. Yeah, it's avocados is a good example. Okay, almost done here. This or that. Which has more protein? 3 ounces of chicken or a cup and a half of chickpeas?
I would say chicken.
Chicken.
Obvious, so it's probably the chicken.
Yeah, so you went the opposite way there, right? Yeah, that's true. Kind of interesting, right? You wouldn't have thought chickpeas have that much protein. Which has more calcium, a glass of milk or a cup of collard greens?
Collard greens.
Yep. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. And then which is better, diet soda or regular soda?
Regular soda.
Boom, I got you.
Neither one.
Better. What has to be better?
And that's it. Any questions, concern? Did you learn one thing today that you would apply in your life, or something reminded you, something common sense that maybe you would try again or you would share with someone in your life? Maybe.
Know for sure to stay away from the dried fruit.
Okay?
And eat more chicken.
Okay.
Eat more chicken.
She's the chickpea person.
I have a question about peanut butter though.
Okay?
Is it good for you?
In small amounts, maybe? You have to look at the fat content.
Not like 10 spoonfuls.
It's not peanut butter with the jelly and the chocolate and things like that. 1 tablespoon, maybe?
Every hour?
On celery?
Peanut butter.
Oh, wow.
You know? Any other things that stood out?
I think water and fruit.
Water and fruit?
That's what I was thinking about, the fruit water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Any-
said it's antioxidant, they said it's like it could really cleanse you.
Yep. Yep.
The fruit is-
Maybe one more interesting thing that you learned from today that you might apply in your life.
Pick up small habits, like your green juice.
Yeah.
That's something I need to do because I'm bad at having breakfast.
Yep.
And I tend to not eat breakfast, and I was just so hungry by the time it's lunchtime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
That's one small thing. She said it. Small, easy, free, and meaningful, and you increase your chance of success. Okay? Thank you. Did you have one?
I was just gonna say, I got away from it, but I'm gonna start back, but I would juice every day.
Yep.
Drink the juices
Yep.
out the day, and after a while, you don't even feel hungry.
Yeah, you don't feel hungry.
You don't.
When you eat spinach and kale,
Yes,
it gives you enough
spinach.
strength that you don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
Yes, that's right,
What's your name?
Valerie.
I like you, Valerie. Okay. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.